It started in 2002, 4 months after the September 11 attacks that fueled the U.S.-led war on terror. The detainees were all Muslim. Some were as young as 18. Of the 149 still held today, 38 are classified detained indefinitely. Nicholas Rostow is a former senior advisor to the U.S. government and served as a special assistant to Presidents Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush.
In the view of the administration and the previous administration, the detainees at Guantanamo were not combatants as defined in the Geneva Conventions and therefore not entitled to prisoner of war status upon capture.
In 1949, the Geneva Conventions established the rules of war, giving rights to uniformed soldiers of signatory countries who were captured on the battlefield. Cully Stimson is a senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation.
But it was decided early on that if we captured detainees, we had to decide what their legal status would be. You get the full protections of the Geneva Conventions if you are a country that has signed and ratified the Geneva Conventions.
The United States treats these detainees as prisoners of war, with the understanding they will be returned to their home country when the war on terror ends. The United States does not see that end coming soon.
It's better than the alternative. We decided that it's better to detain somebody humanely and feed and clothe them and water them and whatnot than to kill them. Because the ultimate deprivation of liberty is killing somebody, whereas depriving somebody of the ability to fight on a battlefield is an inconvenience compared to death.
And that's where things got tricky.
The complicating factor was that the Taliban was the ruling party in Afghanistan when 9/11 happened. And only 3 countries recognized the Taliban as the legitimate ruling party of Afghanistan. We weren't one of those 3 countries, naturally.
While the U.S. government plans to hold some Guantanamo detainees indefinitely, for the rest, there are only limited options.
These aren't the most palatable people, and so it's a little hard to find places that'll take them. And some of them are awaiting trial or should be tried, either by military commission or by civilian courts.
President Obama said 6 years ago that he would close the doors at Guantanamo Bay. He has yet to make good on that promise, and in light of a recent prisoner exchange with the Taliban, that closing date may be even harder to predict. Arash Arabasadi for VOA News, Washington.